4th of July is just around the corner. So I thought we'd do a patriotic picture today with the eagle, the American eagle. So what we're going to need today is watercolor paint, brushes, a rag or paper towels, a can of water, maybe a ruler, but maybe not. And this is different, a roll of tape. Now we're not using the tape, so you don't have to get tape. You could get like a cereal bowl or a vase or anything that Mom and Dad will let you use, because we need this to draw that perfect circle. It's really hard to draw a perfect circle. It takes a lot of time. You can do it, but this is easier to trace around something, don't you think? All right, let's move this and get ready to do our eagle here in art in the gazebo. All right, let's move that aside. Okay, so I guess the first thing is we need the circle. Now I could use the smaller one or the bigger one. I'm going to do the bigger one so you can see it better. Okay, I'm holding my pencil around here, keeping it really close and making sure that tape doesn't move, right? There's my perfect circle. That would have taken me a long time to do freehand. All right, what do we need next? Well, we need something for the eagle to sit on. See the picture? So I'm going to use my ruler. You can use the side of a piece of paper if you want to do that. Use it as a ruler. Just so something that doesn't move. Okay, there's my ruler. And that's the only time we're going to use it. There's the line. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make his body. And the body is a really odd shape. It's kind of a rounded rectangle. Watch, maybe you'll see what I mean. So I'm going to go up, not too far because I need room up here for his head, and going across. See what I mean? How it's like a rectangle? And down. So it's kind of squared off. Okay, so now we're going to put another one, but way smaller, on top of here. So leave room on both sides and go up, across, and down. That's going to be his head. Okay. Next, we're going to need the beak. Do you have those all in place? Okay, so the beak is going to start pretty close to the top, and it's going to curve out. See how it's curving? And then kind of go straight inside here, and then this is a tricky part. You go from here to here, watch. Just like that. Now you can erase that line if you want to. I'm not going to because I think my paint's going to cover it. Now an eye. We need an eye right here, and we want him to look stern. You know what stern means? Like serious. Not mad necessarily, but serious. And then I put a line like this. See how that makes him look almost mad, huh? All right, so now we're going to do those feathers hanging on the neck. And those are squiggly, 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 and I like to come up here and make it a little shorter on that side. Now, yes, we need an eraser now. So make sure you've got an eraser handy. Okay, there we go. Now, we have to make a tail. So the tail would be under here because he's sitting on this branch or a stick, whatever it is. So the tail, we have to have room down here. So it's 1, 2, and then let's connect them. So that's the tail hanging behind the stick. Now, let's do the wings. You need a line like this and a line like this. See how his wings are down, but this is the roundness of his body? Okay, now for the claws, I like to just make 3 little C's, just to kind of give the indication that the claws are there. On the other side, make the C's backwards. 1, 2, 3. Okay? You know what? He's done. All we have to do is paint him. But the other thing we need to do is decide what kind of decoration we want in the back that looks like 4th of July. Something red, white, and blue. You saw on my other one, I just put some random stripes and stuff. I want to do something different this time. maybe I'll make, how about stars? Does anyone know how to make those stars where you go up, down, back up and across and down? If you don't have mom or dad show you how to do that, because that's something we all learned in school. So if you haven't learned it yet, they can help you. I'm gonna put one more here, just random. I think that'd be kind of pretty. Okay, I like that. So now what I could do is I could paint the background red and make the stars blue, or the other way around, and I could make it different down here, whatever I like. Now, an eagle is usually brown, different colors of brown, so I'm gonna get my brush and I'm gonna find a pretty brown. See, I've got these two right here. I like this orangey brown. All right, so here we go. But you know what's not brown is his head and those feathers there. So we're gonna keep under there very carefully, and then come down. Try not to get his little feet brown, because we're gonna put some yellow there to kind of, you know, show that it's his claws. Okay, now the tail needs to be brown too, I guess, right? I know some of them have white on their tails. Do you want to do it that way? Let's do it that way. Let's put it brown just to here, and we'll leave that part white. I think I've seen that. Maybe not. So I'm not going to paint his head because I'm going to use the white of the paper, but I am going to paint that beak. So I'm going to get maybe a little bit smaller brush, get it wet, and get into my yellow or orange. I think I want yellow. And very carefully paint that beak all the way in here. And look, it did cover my pencil line, so that's always good. Again, you could erase it better. Now, while I have that yellow on there, I might as well do his little claws. All right, lots of yellow, and I'm just gonna color in that area. You don't have to color each claw. See, it shows up really good. Okay, right now our eagle is done. How simple was that? Just a few shapes, right? So now we need to do our background. So I think I am gonna go with red on the background and try to leave the stars white. Do you think I can do it? I think I can. It's called negative painting. I'm going to paint all around my subject. This is very satisfying, especially when you have a nice bright red like this. Now I have to be careful, right? Don't want to go outside my circle. Looks too good. Easy, easy. The key to doing this is just like when you first learned to color in a coloring book. You got to keep in the lines. So basically you're making your coloring book page and you're coloring it in. So look at this, black and white coloring book, and you're just doing the work of coloring it in. Now I got to go carefully around those spots. I need a little more water. I'm tracing around it first a little bit because my paint's still pretty wet, so I think I can get away with doing that. Now I can go to the bigger parts and not have to be as careful. Yeah, I like this. Careful, careful. Yeah. Okay. I need to do that side now too, don't I? All right, I'm gonna get my brush a little wetter, get some water, not too wet where it's rolling all around the page though. Now I'm gonna carefully, especially if the beak is still wet, I have to go careful around it, because if I touch it, you know what's gonna happen. It's gonna get into the wet yellow and turn my beak red, and I don't want that, not this time. Careful, careful. We can always clean up these edges after. Let's get the main part of the paint in here. Okay. Yep. Very carefully down here. Wow. I'm liking it. I need some more red, a little bit of water. Oh yeah, and see, I can go over the orange here and fix my little mistakes, which is always good. Erasers are good for that, but so is a darker paint. Okay, look, I only have a little bit left to go. Yay! Okay, I like that. All right, so now I'm thinking, since I'm gonna make the stars blue, I think I make this part blue too. I think that'd be kind of fun. So, clean my brush. Get a blue that I like, any blue. And now I'm gonna paint around here. Ooh, that's a pretty blue. Round, and then I fill in this area carefully. Don't get in a hurry, Patty. That's when you go out of the lines, when you get in a hurry. You'll have to slow down. Oh, that's looking nice. Okay, here. Now, carefully here. I'd rather you have a little white showing than to put your blue paint into the yellow and have it turn what? Blue and yellow makes green. I don't think you want them to have green feet, but if it happens, no big deal. Paint another picture with yellow feet. It's our picture, right? We can do what we want. Now what's left to do? The stars. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and make them that same blue, and I'm just gonna be very careful. Make sure my red is fairly dry, because if it's real watery, I probably should wait and not do this, because you know, it's gonna roll around and get all over everything. I think that's the key, is being patient and waiting till things are dry before you get in there. Okay. We are nearing the end, you guys. Did you hear that? Was somebody going by with a really racy car? There we go. I even fixed my star a little bit with that blue because the points didn't look right to me. So I was able to do that because it's darker than red, so I could cover it. Okay, you know what? I think we're finished. And remember to always sign your work. Be proud of your work. Patty Curtis. But on yours, you're going to put your name, right? And you might even want to put the date, like the year. Makes it look professional, doesn't it? Okay, you guys, we're done for today, but there'll be more, you know that. Thanks for coming. This is Patty Curtis, Art in the Gazebo. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.